Welcome to Off Topic. Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. One-click protection for all your devices. Securing yourself could not be easier. Visit expressvpn.com/RTTV to learn more. Hello, I'm your host, Michael Jones. Joining us on this very special episode, just because it's 10:30 in the morning, we've got Jeremy Dooley, Alfredo Diaz, and special guest, Iffy Wadiway.
What it do?
Yeah, so it's 8:30 in the morning for you.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, 8:30.
Too early for this.
Well, I typically wake up around like 5 or 6 to hit the gym, so I was ready to go.
Oh,
damn.
Well, then never mind. This man is a rising grinder.
Yeah. You know, you got to rise and grind right now. It's the quarantine pounds have caught up to me, and I gotta get them. I gotta get them out of here. Because people will post like my older pictures where I'm like way more ripped, and I'm like, I don't look like that no more, y'all. So now I'm back in it, and it's so funny because but one, I guess, like the preamble I always give when I talk about fitness is bodies are weird. Don't chase someone else's body, and also don't be too hard on yourselves. Like, even when I was in my most lean, you eat one thing and you're bloated and you look bigger. So it's like, don't chase the photos every time. Like, my most ripped photos have amazing lighting, and and I did it before I ate that day.
Right.
But that being said, like, I always know when I'm gaining weight because people will be like, damn, you're getting like jacked, like dang, you're getting jacked. And I was like, oh, that's because I'm gaining weight, and so my muscles look bigger.
Yeah,
because
that's just the fat wrapping itself around the muscle.
Well, that's we don't call that fat, we call that power.
Yeah.
If you're nondescript, you're gaining power.
Yeah. That's what every time I know someone's like, dang, you getting big. I'm like, oh yeah, no, but you don't know.
Here comes the world seeing it.
There's a very close shift there though, where they're like, you're getting big, and then it goes, man, you got big.
Yep.
I'm in that phase there, where it's like where the comments just go, what happened? And I say, I've been telling you for 6 months what happened.
Yeah.
Just listen to the truth, man.
Yeah.
See, I'm not gaining those quarantine pounds. I'm getting that quarantine back where we're sitting down like 60 hours a week. So my lower back is just like, you know what I mean? It just kind of just giving out because I'm not standing up, right? So my lower back is just like, oh no, what is this forcing me to like lock into place and stand still and stand tall?
Also, you have great metabolism. Yeah, you get out of here. You got that solid metabolism.
Yeah, but it'll go though. It's not gonna last forever.
It's gonna go.
I know what my future looks like. But it's not good. I'm gonna try to avoid
You're
it.
Filipino, right?
Yeah, half Filipino.
Yeah. No, the arc. If you look like the way I judge is, I look at the general races like dads and see what the body will look like. If you look at a majority of Nigerian dads, they all have beer bellies. They all got their hand on their hip, look tired, and that's what I've been fighting against. That's why the moment I had my daughter, I was like, I got to hit the gym. I can't be a Nigerian dad. Those pot bellies. Just go to any Nigerian function. You're gonna see so many pot bellies. I'm like, I gotta beat that. I can't.
If he's like taking a random like census of dads. We got a nice sample over here.
I gotta avoid this.
He's not wrong. The thing in my family, right, for like the men, like my uncles and now like my older brothers and stuff, because it settles in like, oh, I'm one of the old people. You go, it's like, where are the kids at? Oh, we're in our 30s. Never mind. You get the big belly, and then it just keeps going up. It's like, where's your, it's like the stomach that starts up here.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like a real East Coast thing. It's a real like New York thing. I don't know. It must be the kind of food or something. I can't quite understand it because it's like, I don't really have like a huge, like, I can't relate nationality wise because a lot of people where I'm from or even New York are like Italian. I'm not an Italian at all. Nobody in my family is Italian, but it's like we still eat the same foods.
Yeah.
I grew up eating tons of Italian food, and I don't know what the ingredient is for that, but I'm like, where are all these high stomachs coming from? I don't understand it.
Stomachs.
It's high stomach, but it's like people too that they're like Their head will get a little fat. I get fat head. I got like a little fat head right now. But like their arms aren't that big. Their legs aren't that big.
Yeah.
It's just like head, stomach, and then the stomach starts to overtake the chest.
Yeah.
So I know, like that's where my future is if I get lazy, if I stop paying attention. So 10, 15 pounds I can laugh at, and then dial it back a little bit. Once my stomach starts getting above the waist, I'm like, uh-oh.
Well, that's the thing.
How's everybody's hair doing?
I'm fucking golden, baby.
Well,
You're golden?
Look at that. Look at this. Yeah. What's up? Hey, that beard, that's hair, right?
Yeah. Beard's doing all right. It's
Jeremy,
coming in.
I'll join you soon enough.
Yeah, dude. You gotta join me down here, man.
Oh,
I told Jack, because I started looking into stuff, because I was like, oh man, all right, I'm starting to thin out a little bit, and that makes sense because my dad, he bald, he's
your mom's
balding.
side.
My younger brother, who's 5 years younger, he started balding when he was like 22. So I was like, I'm just buying myself time. So I started researching stuff. I was like, okay, it's all about prevention, all that kind of stuff. Like start taking action while it starts. And Jackie's just like, oh man, it's okay. Like, I don't care. And I was like, look, I don't care either. Like, fucking take all of it. I just want to have wedding photos where I have hair. And then after that, take the whole fucking thing. Like, I don't
take the whole head.
Take all of it.
Well, my thing is this and I stand very firm in this stance. How much facial hair can you grow? Because
none.
Yeah, see, that's why I can't go bald, and I feel like nothing looks cooler than a bald dude with a nice, delicious beard,
right?
And this is
that.
I'm
gonna tell you
Jeremy's
right now.
delicious. This ain't delicious.
No, I mean, I'll say.
You'll clean it up.
Yeah,
I gotta clean it up. Yeah,
it's not delicious now because you're letting it get out of control.
Yes,
but what? Also, Jeremy has good facial hair for being bald. He's got like the perfect shaped head.
I got a round head.
Yeah,
he's got a perfect round head.
Oh,
a lot of people got flat or lumpy heads.
Yeah,
and it does not look good. You just go, oh, you're just bald. Like you could look at Jeremy and think it's a choice. Yeah. Obviously, it's not.
It's not.
But you could think
it's reality.
If they don't know you, they'd be like, "That's a good looking bald head."
Oh yeah.
Look, I've seen both ends of it, right? Like today I sat down, I was like, oh man, look at Jeremy. Like, he's got a nice, clean, bald head, and he's got that lush, like little beard in the bottom. And I was like, man, that's a look. That's a good look. And then I was like, I can't grow any facial hair. So I was like, my future is like what Tim Geddes looks like Tim Geddes from Kind of Funny is what he looks like right now, whereas bald and just nothing here. So he just looks like an egg.
Yeah,
he looks like a living egg.
The egg is bad.
He shaved off the hair for Kind of Funny did Extra Life. They raised a ton of money for the kids, but I was just like, oh no.
Well, that's the thing. That's why you should link up with one of those products you were talking about. Get it an AH sponsorship so you can start on that right now. There's many options because to me it doesn't look like it's going too much. And I don't know, like your maternal grandfather, was he bald?
No, he was thin, but not bald.
See, so you might be on the thin side without balding, because I got a few friends that sit on the thin side. And with that, your barber just hits you with that powder, and who knows? Get that little powder.
I don't want to do all that.
With the gun.
As long as it's not raining, you good.
As long as you don't shower, it'll last.
Take it. You kidding me? I can't hit like the powder on the daily, and then one random day, Michael walks in, he's buzzed, and he just goes, "Whoa!" The water bottle, all of a sudden, like half my hair is gone.
That is exactly what would happen.
Yeah,
the office is too chaotic for shit like that.
Oh, it's like, what's this? What are these black spots on the wall? And I'm like, my hair,
my youth.
Look, take the damn hair. Just let me take some wedding photos before it happens.
Yeah. No.
Oh, real quick, if I could mention Red Web, we got some merch. We got a cool shirt, and we got a mug.
Oh,
Guys.
Yeah, it's a cool feeling.
Oh, they had it ready to go.
Look,
yeah,
that's a mug.
That mug looks nice.
A shirt.
That's a good mug.
Yeah, all for that. All just because Trevor started telling me about conspiracies, and then we made a podcast out of it.
Yeah,
I'll say it's cool because we have so much merch that comes through Rooster Teeth and like Achievement Hunter, and I'll be telling you about more later. And it's awesome. There's like so many good designers, just like like artists and the people that think it up and make it, and like it's really cool. And we get really cool like brand deals and stuff where we get to work with these big companies and make like this really awesome merch. But there's also something just very satisfying about having like your own thing, being Red Web is just like a small show that like just you and Trevor, and you're like,
Yep.
we got a shirt.
100%.
You know what I mean? That was like me with Face Jam. Now, obviously, it's like a conglomerate. It's
superpower.
Yeah, it's like I can't even count how much how many shirts we have. It's impossible to keep track. But that first 100% eat hat, it's like that's my hat, dude. That's
true.
my hat.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock that shirt.
Cool.
I'm gonna drink out of that mug.
Just like
drink out of the shirt.
It's a cool feeling.
Yeah. See, what I like to do is you just dip your copy and then you suck it. Yeah, suck it out the cotton. Yeah, there it is. That's the good stuff.
If you really and the shit out of that.
Yeah,
well, you could get waterboarded with the shirt.
Yeah.
Poured out of the coffee cup.
Tell me about the
promotion.
conspiracies. No.
Yeah. That's the arc of that shirt.
Damn, dude.
I know there's a lot of good merch, so get on it. Like the model employees, I got me the model employees. I'm not wearing it now. I don't know why I positioned myself as if I was going to show it off, but that's a good shirt.
You got the new Chief Floral merch though.
Yeah, I know. Is this too early? Because it's
who's to say? I can't tell.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who cares?
All I know is that
boxes and boxes come up. I got the extra.
Call me Edward Broden because I'd be leaking.
That's cool.
I got the like,
Edward
pop. Is this the pop place you can do better?
I've got
I
an old
remember I
shirt.
got
I don't know when this
that
one's
tickled
from.
me.
This is an old
I
one.
got put on my
Jeremy,
calendar
that's
for the
so
floral merch shoot.
earlier this year.
Is that when
Was
this
that
was?
this year?
I think it is. I think it is, right? Or
This
maybe
was
last
the
year.
longest year.
Yeah,
So I
this
can
year
see
was
It's a
why.
super
long
long.
year, dude.
Oh yeah.
Multiple
That's a
phases
really
to this
cool
year.
shirt, though.
Mm.
That knife shirt. I like.
Like,
that
I
shirt.
like this show. I should have gotten new merch. I think they sent me a box of merch, but it went to the wrong house, I think. Because it was like, hey, your package has been delivered. And I was like, I don't think that's true. And so I went on and I called them. I called like UPS or Cat did and was like, hey, where did you, like, this package says it was delivered. Where did you end up sending it to? And they're like, we can't tell you. Like, that's confidential. And she was like,
What?
well, did you send it to this address? And she gave them like our address. And they're like, no. We're like, but where is it? And they're like, we can't say.
Can you sometimes you get stuck in those games, which I get, because it could be any, but like usually you can go, is it at this address? And give them another one.
Right.
And they'll be like,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe.
I've had stuff like that before where I can't even remember what it was, but like called looking for information, like, oh, we can't tell you that. And then I just had to, essentially they can't tell you, but you're absolutely allowed to play a guessing game. Like, is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah, they'll play that. They'll play that game with you. I just hope you walk outside one day and just see a dad mowing his lawn in Achievement Hunter.
It's like across the street.
Look, Jeremy, at least the package exists and it wasn't stripped from me in the middle of the night.
Oh.
Right. It wasn't it wasn't just deleted.
No.
Oh, what
Taken
happened
in the
to?
night.
Oh, are you talking about maybe one of those new consoles?
We had an incident.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a. It's really tough to talk about.
It hurts to talk
Just know, I had an experience too where I on the day got my Xbox Series X reserved, felt good, kicked my legs up, was bragging about it, just feeling good, and then the day before release, I get an email from Amazon that's like, yeah, so we got way too many orders from expected, and you're getting yours in December. And I deleted my order. I was like, Jeff. I was like, I'll get it from somewhere else.
That's harsh.
That's pretty harsh.
Yeah, but
no,
I realized
man.
I probably should have kept the order.
Yeah, no, it was probably should have,
you
because it
taught
would have
them a
got there
lesson.
eventually and just cancel if you get something before.
And I bet no one bought that Xbox. You can't.
Yeah, exactly. Not,
Yeah, it just went to the
they
ether.
really felt the weight of
collecting
me.
collecting dust on the shelf.
Dude, it was so awkward too how we got it, because it was Monday. Michael
Yeah.
and I were playing some Fall Guys, and then you know, I
We're
don't know,
streaming. Yeah, it was
streaming.
like midnight or 12:30.
It was pretty late. I had one of my you know, fairly long time subs was just like, yo, hey, you guys, you know, Fredo, you looking to still pick up a PS5 because I know you want to play Demon Souls. You've been playing through Dark Souls, and I was like, hell yeah. And he was like, all right, I'll be on the lookout. And then like 10 minutes later, he posted. He was like, oh man, Coles has it, and I was like, oh, cool. So I was like half doing it, you know, try and play at the same time, trying to order this.
No.
Obviously, which is like, you don't really do that. But the reason why I wasn't like, drop everything is because it was the disc version. It's like, I really want the digital one. So I wasn't like in the biggest rush.
Yeah.
And so, you know, after I failed winning a crown, went to try and complete the order, out of stock. And then it was like, how long was it, Michael? Like an hour later or so?
Maybe not that much longer, but it had to be at least like 20-30 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 20
After
or 30 minutes. We were wrapping up our streams and whatnot. And then Michael just goes, oh, I got a PS5. And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, I just, you know, we're signing off. I just hit refresh and it was there. And I just added it to my cart. And I was like, wait, are you fucking with me? And he was like, no, I just refreshed it and added it. And I was like, you know what? I believe that because if it's from the same place, because what happens is there's always a second wave because a lot of credit cards get declined. So, you know, that goes back into circulation. So I was like, oh my goodness, that's awesome. So after 5 minutes of not believing him, because, you know, we tend to gaslight.
Whoa, hang on.
We tend to gaslight.
What does that mean?
I casually, you know, pulled it up and I was like, oh, I can add it. I purchased it. And then Michael's like, oh, we got PS5s. I was like, wait. It's all about the confirmation email. You get the confirmation email, then you're solid. Got the confirmation email. We're like, boy, we got PS5s. Michael tweeted about it, and I was like, I can't believe we snatched it up. Yeah, Michael had a tweet about like we didn't win any crowns tonight, but we pulled off some PS5s. So we're all celebrating. Everyone's happy, and chat's like, oh my god. A couple people in chat like, I got one too, and we're just like, oh man, PS5 gameplay, here we come. And then the next night, and then the whole
next day.
Yeah, the whole next day goes by.
I even checked it a couple times. I checked the order and it was like fulfilling. That's all it said. It was like status fulfilling, and I was just like, we're good.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. And then in the dead of winter, in the middle of the night, an email goes through. Michael sends me a text saying, you know, showing the email, and I went, my heart sank. I rushed to my email inbox, saw I had a similar email as well. And it was all over. No PS5.
You said, which is crazy to me that you don't.
No Demon's
I mean, there's
Souls.
always PS4. You know, crazy. What's funny to me and impressive is that you said the emails were next to each other.
Yeah, they were.
You had your order and then the cancel. They were next to each other.
That's heartbreaking.
Dude,
man.
It broke our hearts.
Yeah,
man.
dude, and it sucks. And I said this, like, it was more disheartening, not that I like lost the PS5. It's now I have to hunt one again. If that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like, oh man, I really wanted to play it. It's like, oh man, I thought I didn't have to buy it anymore. Fucking last night, spent an hour and 20 minutes trying to get one from GameStop. Just like, PS5s at 9 o'clock, website's broken, you know, add to cart doesn't work. You're just sitting there clicking refresh. Probably like the 8th time I've done it now. I did it 4 times in one day at Walmart. Walmart did like a 4 scheduled released one day. I'm just so sick and tired of it. I was like, if someone just said, hey, here's when you can buy it on January 3rd, I would buy it and then just be done with it. And that was the thing with Kohl's, knowing like, I got it. I don't gotta hunt anymore. I got it. And now I'm like, oh, I'm back to the hunt.
So you're still hunting right now?
Gotta get a fucking spear, start cutting the wood, make it into a sharp stick.
Oh no.
And I would have been fine.
It's just so annoying.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
I would have been fine without one. But then I was just like, oh man, it would have been really cool to play Demon Souls on launch. And I was like, it's fine. So I started picking up Dark Souls 3, my first playthrough. And man, does it really kick you in the ass, but it's fun. And I've only played Bloodborne, so I haven't really been into any of the Souls games. And, you know, I mostly play shooters, so this is definitely out of my like realm of play style. I started picking up Dark Souls 3. It was fun. And it's like, oh man, you know what? I really do want to do Demon Souls on the PS5. Too much hope. Too much hope.
Yeah.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Bespoke Post. This fall, as you get back into the swing of things, Bespoke Post has a brand new seasonal box of awesome collections for guys, guaranteed to upgrade your life. Whether it's gear to upgrade your autumn craft beers or cozy threads for the temperature dips, Bespoke Post only sends you the best stuff every month. No matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered, from style and grooming goods to barware, cooking tools, and outdoor gear. They've got collections for every part of your life. I've been talking about Bespoke Post for quite a while. You've seen it. They got all kinds of stuff. They got apparel, they got gadgets, they got cookware, they got barware. Anything you're looking for, they got a set for you or for someone else. Maybe a little gift. This month, they have the Cask Box, a box that comes with an adorable handmade charred American white oak barrel to age all kinds of booze, and a bottling kit for your home bar so you can make tasty barrel-aged cocktails. But please drink responsibly. You can get your own Box of Awesome by taking the quiz at boxofawesome.com. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box costs only $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter code OFFTOPIC at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code OFFTOPIC for 20% off your first box.
And so, speaking of Dark Souls, I'm playing it. It's a tough game. I'm playing it. I'm streaming it. And I'm doing that on Monday because Michael was just like, yo, anybody, you know, Fredo, takeout crew, right? Meg, Jackie, myself, we got a little text chain. He goes, hey, anyone trying to Fall Guys? Jackie's busy. Meg's busy. I go, hell yeah, I'm trying to fall. Let's do this. So Michael's like, cool, I'll be on at 8. So I was like, all right, I get on at 6. So that gives me a couple hours to like get through the boss that I'm on in Dark Souls, hopefully. So I'm playing it. I'm getting my ass kicked. And then I finally beat it. And I'm like, yeah. And I jump over to Fall Guys. And then Michael tells me that Iris was watching me play.
Yeah.
And she was rooting me on.
Oh.
And it was during the beginning where I was getting my ass kicked so many times. And she kept rooting me on. And then I kept failing her without knowing that I was failing her. And then eventually Michael just went, he's not going to beat it, sweetie. And then just turned it off. So here I am at a low of lows, get to that high, go, Fall Guys, let's do the crown. And then it just shoots me right back down knowing I disappointed her.
Yeah.
That was a lesson from Michael. He was like, look, even the mighty can fall. This is what you need to learn, Iris.
You know, I got the notification he was on. I was like, oh, let me check out Dark Souls, because I have kind of made a blood pact with the devil where I've spoken aloud, just begging at this point, if I can get a PS5, I'll try Demon Souls. Because I've never really played any of those games. And so I was like committed, like if I get one, I'll play it. I don't know that I'll beat it, but I'll buy Demon Souls and I'll try it and see how long I can stand it. Because from what everyone says, like the hard bash your head against the wall difficulty aside, everyone says they're good games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people enjoy it, and it's really like I started playing Dark Souls 3. If you want to start on Souls type, I hear Bloodborne's kind of like the easier one to get into.
Yeah,
but 3 I heard is a little faster than the other two, so that one's a little more forgiving. And my thing is just that because like when you're playing it, my brain is in RPG mode where I have this expectation of getting stronger as I get further into the game. But the game's like, nah, we gonna kick your ass all the time.
Not at all, dude. I came across the Dark Soul 3 boss, Pontiff, yesterday. Oh my God, dude. It, like, man, I just like want to show you guys this boss because it is ridiculous. Like his attacks are so fast and relentless, and you have to be so on point. And then it gets to the point where, I mean, Dark Souls 3 has been around for a while, so not a spoiler. you get like, I was beating my ass against the wall, just getting hammered over and over and over again for like an hour, trying to learn his moves, trying to figure out how I can heal, whatnot. And apparently, like, he's more aggressive when you're trying to heal. So it's like, that's a kick in the dick.
Yeah.
And so I spent like an hour only shaving like maybe 10% of his health. And then so like it was last night, I was like, I'm going back in. I want to beat this boss. And I'm fighting against him. And I get him to like 30. I shave off 30% of his health. So I was like, oh my God, I'm getting it. Go back in, shave off 40% of his health. He has a second phase where there is then 2 of him. And my heart sank. It sank to the bottom of the sea. And I fell to pieces.
Oh man.
And it was the worst. And I posted a clip in the fucking Discord, but I went at it for like another 45 minutes. And the clip that I posted in Discord was I got him down to a sliver of health. And I said to myself, just full send it, Alfredo, just full send it. He's one hit. That's all you need to do. I swung, I had like no health. He had no health. Swung, he stepped back and then just smacked the shit out of me. And I yelled so loud. Jackie came in, thought I was dying. She thought it was an emergency. She thought it was falling to pieces.
Those are the worst ones when you are truly like, okay, they're almost dead. I just need this one hit and I'm done. And then they're like, oh no, I'm gonna smack you. Here, I got this. It's called So Close. Yeah, look,
That's
it's brutal.
That's entertaining. That's the entertaining content, though. I'll give it that. People want to see you beat it eventually, but they also want to see that happen. They also want to see you get smashed into the wall last second.
I just need you all to know that Fredo looks like in a movie when that point in the movie where like one of the best friends of the hero dies and then the hero is forced to look.
I was just watching it.
Dude, he summoned the second one. Look at how health he has, dude. I was going at it for 2 hours at that point, and all I had to do was hit him one more time. One more.
Maybe it's good I didn't get a PS5.
Dude,
I just can't do
it's one of those games where it's just like you hate life. And then you go, why am I playing this? I need to quit. And then it clicks for you. And then you go, I need more.
Yeah.
Or you quit.
Or you go.
That's what I do.
You say, I've had enough.
I say, I'm good. I've said the only way I'll end up playing like a Demon Souls or Dark Souls or a game like that is if I'm playing it with someone who knows the game extremely well.
Smart.
Yeah.
Because then like they'll kind of let me suffer for a bit and then start to be like, all right, this is the stuff you got to watch out for. This is like kind of the technique and things like that. And like otherwise, I just can't sink all the hours into misery.
Dude, that's one of the things I kind of realized is I can't imagine playing that game by myself, right? Because I'm trying to get through most of the game without anyone telling me anything. But there are some points in time, like with, I mean, we've all experienced this, or just like, there was a point where it's like, I crossed this bridge and it's like, you can't cross it unless you get the doll. And I was like, okay, so is the doll somewhere on this bridge? And I was walking all around that bridge for like a half an hour. And then I was like, chat, I can't do it anymore. Where is it? And they're just like, it's in a whole nother like realm. Like you got to go beat this other boss in a whole nother place. And I was like, it would have obviously by myself, I could have just quickly Googled it, but it's really cool to kind of like sit there and then try it on my own and then instantly just go, okay, like give me that small little hint. All right, cool. You know what I mean? I don't really have to like skip a beat, but it's a fun game. It's difficult, but at the same time, you kind of realize that every boss has a rhythm and you just got to learn that rhythm. And then when you do, just keep pounding your head against the wall until like you get that one clean run.
Yeah, no, it's wild too because there's this dude who who I like to watch on Twitch named K Witty, and he'll do like no hit runs and like no death runs, and I'll be like, oh, okay, so I'm just bad because to me this is impossible. Yet he's going through this whole game just not even getting touched, and I'm like, all right, I'll never. That's I don't have that Twitch brain for that.
Oh yeah, dude. Some people do like no death runs and stuff, and I'm just go, you are talented beyond belief. Like,
shout out to you.
There's no way in hell.
Yeah,
but Jeremy, isn't Binding of Isaac like really challenging too, though?
Not really. It's because like I'll start there's certain items that just make it very easy. Like I'm working on, because I got all the achievements on Steam, and then I was like, well, I have some of them on Xbox. Maybe I should try to get them on Xbox as well. So I've been playing Binding of Isaac on Xbox. Sick. Yeah, I know. And yeah, there's certain challenges that are like pretty tough, but there are runs that I'll start and like you get your first item, and if it's not a great item, I'm like, I'll just restart the run. Like rather than like try to power through something with like a not great item. So it's like the randomness of it means that sometimes you just get runs that are a breeze. Like you just get the best items in the game and you just like run through everybody, and other times it's like a bit it sucks a bit more. There's one character called the Lost that will die in one hit. So you basically need to do runs without getting hit the entire time. That one can be kind of a bitch. But other than that, it's like, yeah, it's just the randomness of it, of like maybe getting good items and having an easy run, and the items all work together in different ways. Because by the end of a run, you have like 20, 25 items that are all interacting with each other. And like just seeing how that kind of plays out is pretty fun.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Felix Gray. I constantly have my face in a screen from morning to night. Right now it's morning. Later it'll be night, and there's no cutting back. I got my phone, my TV, my monitor, whether it's for work or gaming, you get the idea. But with every screen comes another source that emits the deadly blue light. What is blue light? It's the light that's emitted by digital screens at a certain point in the spectrum, about 255 nanometers. Take note, because it will be on the exam. If you're like me and endure excessive amounts of screen time from your favorite devices, you may have eye strain, headaches, or tired eyes. Blue light at night can even lower the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep. And you need your sleeps. The solution to this, of course, is Felix Gray. I almost poked myself in the eye, but I didn't. Felix Gray blue light filtering glasses filters out 90% of blue light in the most damaging range and eliminates 99% of glare through a proprietary industry-leading lens technology only available with Felix Gray. And the frames are hand-finished from durable, super lightweight Italian acetate. Ordering online is super easy. Glasses shipped directly to you with a hard case and a lens cloth included. Try them for 30 days, risk-free. If your screens aren't easier on the eyes, send them back for a full refund. Go to felixgrayglasses.com/off-topic for the absolute best quality blue light filtering glasses on the market. That's FELIXGRAY glasses.com/off-topic. Do what I did and start taking care of your eyes. Feel better, work smarter. Shipping and returns are totally free at felixgrayglasses.com/off-topic. Like, does that work like that in Dark Souls? Like sometimes you just get like a gun and you just hit like refresh.
I would do the number of times that I just go, if I could just click on this man's fucking head right now. But that's what like makes Bloodborne like a really easy kind of way to get into it, because the parry system for Bloodborne is a lot easier, and you can like kind of like sidestep around instead of like committing to a roll, if I remember correctly, because I played it like I think during launch. But yeah, if you're gonna get into like a Souls game, just do Bloodborne. It's the easier of the lot.
Yeah, but do you want it? Is that going to set you up for disaster?
No, it's going to set you up to love the type of game that it is, because going straight to Dark Souls 3, let me tell you.
I mean, I'm looking what you're doing, and it doesn't seem like it set you up at all.
No, okay, what it did set me up for is the tolerance.
I watched that fire axe guy just stomp the shit out of you so many times. And like what I'll say,
it sets you up for the tolerance to keep pushing.
What I remember, I didn't even I maybe got to like the first boss in those games. I've never really played those games. What drives me nuts in those games, and maybe this is something that you can get over more easily, at least like the more you play, because like if he was saying that you don't get stronger, the bosses don't get easier. It's just like the next guy just messes you up more than the last. But what I'll say, at least watching you die 10, 15 times was like right back at it, dead, spawn, back, dead, spawn. I would love like you'd have the little trek back. It wasn't very long. You like up a staircase through some mist. Okay, here we go. He hits you right off the bat and you're like, well, I'm dead. I just lost this run. Like you would just, it's like if you get hit in 2 seconds, you died, and then you would just like let him kill you, reset. Yep. Okay, start fighting. Okay, okay. First minute's going good. Oh, he hit me twice. I'm dead. But like you kept doing it. What drove me nuts about those games is just like the basic enemies. They're like, okay, you died. Run all the way back through the labyrinth again. Like that shit is what drove me nuts. At least what you were doing is like you're just focused on the boss. It's like dead, boss fight, boss fight, boss fight, boss fight. I hate the prospect of having to like replay areas again.
I mean,
like, there's a fucking guy behind the thing, or like I don't even know what game. I don't know what game it was. One of these, you know, Souls or Bloodborne game or whatever. If someone going like, "Ooh, a chest," opens it up and the chest just fucking eats you. And I watched it. I wasn't even playing it, and I went, "Come on!" Like I was so pissed off by it because you'll never know.
Well, I don't know which one they introduced
until you play it. It's literally like there's no way for you to, or someone's like, if you look at the box, there's a scratch on the lower left hand. And I'm just like, come on. I would be like, ooh, an item, and then I would fucking lose it when that thing ate me.
Yeah, no, that was the thing.
That shit is infuriating.
I mean, that's still a thing, right? Like there's some gaps are larger than others, and a lot of times there's like a bonfire that you just didn't like get to that's a little bit closer. But most of the time you have to go through at least a small group of enemies to get to where you need to get to. And even then, I remember last night I had to get through a small group of enemies, and you know, every time you know it's a boss fight, there's like this wall of fog, and then you walk through it, you like slowly walk through it, like loads the boss fight, and then you go in. And what sucks, and this is like just the little things of Souls that just really pound away at you, is I didn't know that animations from like on the other side of the fog can still get through. So when I had one of my really good runs against that, you know, Pontiff yesterday, I was like, all right, let's do this. You know, there's a bad guy, a smaller, simpler NPC like right at the entrance. Got right past them, walked through the fog. I'm like, I've done this a million times. And I'm walking through, and I'm like, let's do this. And then like a fucking scythe through the fog wall from the other side, like hits me in the back, takes half my health. And I go, are you fucking, what? Are you kidding me? And shit like that. I'm just like, stop game. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Yeah,
I like when you start bleeding.
Let's make a deal.
There's a lot of that. Grief. Trying to just plead.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I know, yeah, those super hard games. You know, I get way too into it. I realized that like I really start taking it like personal and talking to like I got back into Destiny 2, and I guess something I didn't know is I guess the Destiny user base was complaining that the last few expansions felt too easy. So in comes my dumbass playing this like super hard, you know, version of these like regular missions, because I was able to run through Forsaken by myself easy, and I'm just getting stomped out. And so I'm yelling, and I'm like yelling at these like NPCs. I'm like, yeah, you like that? Yeah, you tried to roll up on me. And I was like, oh, I'm streaming, and people could see that I'm a whack job, just yelling at NPCs as if they're real people. So that's why I know I can't play any more of those Souls types games, because people don't need to hear me talk to video games that can't talk back.
Yeah, there's some.
That game, I feel like that game's a real, I'm going to talk to this game like you can hear me.
Yeah.
Dark Souls.
Oh yeah. For sure. You plead with it. You yell at it.
Yeah. You go through all the stages of grief.
You're angry. You're sad.
Yeah.
There's there's a little bit of like a debate right now with like the Destiny community, because every new expansion there's a new raid, and the big event is like racing for world's first, right? The expansion drops usually have about less than a week, I'd say. Gear up with the raid team, and then Bungie will be like, on this day, which is usually like 4 days later, at this time the raid drops, and everyone races to like finish first, and the people that finish first get like all these cool stuff, and Bungie sends them things and whatnot. And so what they started implementing is like day one finishes as well. So it's like anyone that finishes the raid on like within the first 24 hours gets something cool. I think before it's like there's like a jacket you get to like sign up for, and you get like a raid jacket. And I was like, what was all this shit when I was competing? Like, and I had world records. All this shit came in after
you got
I
that
left.
trophy.
Yeah. And then I was just like, damn it, man. Like, that's really cool. And so now that, for this raid, they're doing like day one emblems, right? Like you finish the raid within the first day, you get an emblem. And there's a lot of people that are just like, man, this game, like this raid was way too easy, and way too many people have gotten the emblem. And then a lot of people, the other half, are it's like, stop gatekeeping. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone can grind it out and is that good and has like a top tier raid team. Like, it's really cool.
You're talking about the iffies.
Yeah, the iffies, right? They're just like, well, stop complaining. Like, I got the emblem too. Let me get it. Yeah. And so there's like this, there's this back and forth. There's this back and forth of just like, the elitists that are going like, this is too easy. Everyone's getting the emblem, and the other people are just like, yeah, we got the emblem. Shut the fuck up. I don't. Where does everyone lie with that kind of stuff?
Yeah, well, because I feel like like there's an element to it where it is true that like there should be some reward. Like, I think a tangent that kind of goes in line with this is I was on the Apex subreddit because I like to be mad, so I go on subreddits to talk to people. I like raising my heart rate.
At least those are real people you're talking to.
But like there was a discussion on the battle pass because people were saying it was too grindy and this, that, and the third. And someone was like, I think that even the most casual players should be able to complete the battle pass. I was like, no, that's not true. Like, the battle pass is a thing you purchase, so there's an extra challenge. Like it's not there so you can just get a bunch of shit for free that you pay for. I was like, the way they balance that is you front load a bunch of cool skins in that first chunk, and then after that you got to work for it. And I think that's kind of where it is, where I think I think there are like great arguments for like accessibility and these super hard games having an easy mode. But I think as far as like rewarding people who do put in the time to like do that, you should feel like all the other people are like, oh, just because you put in all this time. It's like, yeah, because they put in all this time, they get this reward, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if you want that reward, you can put in the time. But if you don't want to put in the time, then you don't get the reward. And I think that's simple enough. But we're just in this kind of mode where it's everything's kind of in this weird flux, right? Because like everything is so purchasable, and I think like a lot of companies are phasing out like collectability of things. Like every exclusive skin will somehow end up in the pay rotation somehow, even though like this benefits me, but like even halfway. But like the heirlooms that you had in these limited time events, you can now kind of eventually get them. Like but like someone like me who has played Magic and collects, all these different things, I like the fact of like you had to be there to get it. And if you missed it, you missed it, and that like it's no hard feelings. You don't need it. It's a cosmetic, but that's your reward for, supporting this game at this time.
Yeah, no, I'm in that same camp of just like, it's like that emblem for Destiny and that raid, for completing it within 24 hours, it's like, that's for a certain group of people. That's not meant to be for everybody. So like when you're getting upset that, people who are grinding out and living, eating, breathing Destiny are just like, this is too easy. I get where they're coming from. Because you know what I mean? It should be difficult. It should be something that is hard to obtain. Like that's the whole point of that, right? That's the whole point of that emblem. It's special. It takes only a certain amount of time for you to get it. It's a lock window, and that shouldn't be something that everyone just goes, well, I should have that. And it's like, no, you should have that if you work for it. You should have that if you grinded for it. You should have that if you're like lucky enough to get it. Like, it's something that you work towards. There's literally 99% of everything else in Destiny you can get easy peasy, right? You can grind out for it at your leisure.
What about that 1%?
Not for you, all right? You can't do it.
Not for you.
Look, world's first Destiny belt.
Whoa!
Yeah, if you get world's first and you complete a raid first in the world, you get a cool wrestling belt.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I just want to be like, the sixth man on one of these squads who work their ass off, and they're just like, fans of me, and they're like, yeah, we'll Sherpa you, and I was like, thanks, y'all. Really, really appreciate y'all. I hope my content has helped ease your nerves to be able to accomplish things like this. I'm gonna sit in the back and shoot. Just tell me what fire not to stand in. Like that's so any Destiny players watching, if you want to just Sherpa me, just know I'm here for you.
Welcome to every raid I've ever done. Jeremy, go stand over there. You go,
pew, pew.
I get, and I guess it really depends on the kind of game, right? Because Dark Souls is a game that is notorious. Like, going back to that, it's a game that's notoriously difficult, and that's from the get-go, right? And there's a number of people that have the mindset of like, well, I want to play it, but I can't get over the barrier of difficulty, whether it's investing time or whether it's just, some people will never be able to play a game to that level and be there. Like I'll never be able to be good at shooters the way Alfredo is, even if I practice. Like, I know that, right? Like I would probably thrive a lot more in a game like Dark Souls, as annoying as it is. Like, it's probably a game that I can get good at, and I know that. But if you're just like a casual, and I mean casual gamer, like, I consider myself a casual gamer, but we're not really, you know what I mean? Like, like casual as in I play video games sometimes. Dark Souls isn't the game for you, but there's a number of people that are like, yeah, but I want to play it anyway. But like, so much of that game is the difficulty, right? Yeah. Like that's what the game is. That's why it's so popular. When I think of Destiny, I'm really glad that they have like hard mode raids and stuff, because I would never, not that I haven't played it in ages, but like, the raid was challenging enough for me, right? Do the regular raids. And so it was like, yeah, you got to play the game. You got to level yourself up. You got to have a good team to coordinate with and get the right equipment. And it was difficult. I couldn't fathom doing that without some sort of like elite team of like, hey, drag me through and I'll just stand where I stand. But like, that's fine for me, because it's like, okay, that's for those people, right? They have their super duper hard mode. They can do whatever the fuck they want. I get to still play the raid, because I don't feel like Destiny is a game like that, right? Destiny isn't a game like Dark Souls where it's like, it's the most hardcore fucking thing you're gonna do. It's a fun shooter that you can play with your friends. And then the raids came out, and I understand a lot of people being compelled to say, oh, I want to do that. And if it's like so insanely hard and over the top, it's like, oh man, that's kind of a downer. I can't do that. But you're not really talking about that. You're talking about like the hardest, fastest possible thing you could do. You know what I mean? Like, and it's what you said, like, people just want everything. That's just where we're at now. Like, if you said like, eventually you can buy everything, eventually the collector's thing isn't a collector's thing. And it's just, people are so obsessed with, I can't have that thing. I mean, even not difficulty in any way, shape, or form, but Alfredo's got a fucking skin in Fall Guys that I don't have, and it's the crash dummy, because you played the beta, and you busted it out one day, and you're like, oh yeah, everybody has this. I was like, I don't fucking have that. What is that? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I thought everybody have it. Everybody has it. And you looked it up, or I looked it up, or whatever, and I was like, oh, that's from the beta. And he was like, oh shit. And I went, oh, that sucks. I really want that. Oh, well, I didn't play the beta. I never heard of the game until the day before we first played it, like after it released. And it's just like, there's to me no argument to be made like, yeah, but I want that skin. It's like, well, but you weren't there. That's, I just feel like it's harder now in a time of video games where there's something that you just can't have, and people just don't want to accept that.
I feel
regardless of skill or time, or it's just like, you have the thing, I want that thing.
Yeah.
In a thing. This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Features It's been a strange few months, so why not give friends and family the gift that puts a little jingle back in their step? A great pair of socks can be the perfect holiday gift for everyone on your list, and with features, every pair feels like a custom fit. Giving socks as a gift is no joke. Runners worldwide have already made features their sock of choice, and now you too can get the same benefits, specially tailored for any occasion. Their elite golf socks keep feet cool, dry, and blister-free while providing a custom-like fit that's great whether you're walking the links or just doing your day-to-day activities. I've been wearing my features. They're great. They're comfy. You know, they're on a whole other level. They look good. They feel good. They got that form-fitting feel. Like a Milan. Features help you achieve your best every day. Zone-specific compression gives you targeted support and keeps sock from slipping or bunching at the heel, or worse, sliding into your shoe. This is a nightmare. This is a public problem. We got socks getting slippy slidey. They slip into your shoe. One, annoying, doesn't feel good to walk on it, and two, that leaves your heel to the damaging shoe, you know, and then you get blisties on the shoe. It's all downhill from there. But with features, each pair is made with an anatomical design that conforms to the left and right foot for a molded fit that prevents blisters. Features help you push your game further without wearing down your feet. They're so durable and long-lasting. If you're unsatisfied at any point, they'll give you a replacement pair, no questions asked. Features is a proudly family-owned business. Hugh Gaither founded the company in 2002, and now he and his sons, John and Joe, own and operate the company in North Carolina. Their mission is to create products that help you achieve your personal best. Feature socks will change how you feel about socks forever, and now you can get $10 off your first pair of features when you go to features.com/off-topic. That's features, FEETURES.com/off-topic for $10 off your first pair of features.
Yeah, I feel like the mentality of like, you have that and now I want to have that, like I want to either have it easily or I want to buy it, like is sort of a newer thing. Like it kind of evolved into that because like I didn't play a ton of video games when I was growing up, but like a couple of the games that I remember playing very clearly with my friends that had like these unlockable things were Halo 3. You could get that Hayabusa armor by doing all the Vidmaster challenges, which was fucking fun. But like it was dedication if you were gonna do that. The Iron Skull shit and all that, like that was dedication. And so if you were in multiplayer with the Hayabusa armor, it was really cool. Like that was badass. And then,
I had that. That was awesome.
Yeah, because it was like we worked
so much time into that game.
It wasn't
so much time.
It wasn't people being like, "Oh, I wish that was easier to get." It's like people just, I feel like they just understood like that's Hayabusa. They did all the Vidmaster challenges. It's a pain in the ass. And then the other thing was in Modern Warfare 2 when that came out, because now in Call of Duty there's like all the fucking loot things, the chests that open and give you random stuff and like all that. But like in Modern Warfare 2, it was just like you had the call sign and you had the emblems, and that was just challenges. Like if you wanted your call sign to be Spas 12 with golden skulls, it was like you needed this many headshots with it was like some ludicrous amount to get that thing. The skins were the same way. Like if you had a cool skin on your gun, it wasn't like, oh, you bought it or you unlocked it in a chest. It was like you got this many kills with that weapon to unlock that.
Yeah.
And like that was the funny, like there was one memory I have so clearly of playing that game with my friends. And my buddy Nick picked a gun that he thought was awful in the game. It was the Vector, and like Vectors are really good in games when you get it. But in Modern Warfare 2, it was just bad. It was just like this little pea shooter, like, and it took forever to kill people. And he just kept using it game after like week after week using this gun until he unlocked like the blue camo skin, which was like super up there. And
Blue Tiger,
Blue Tiger. And when he finally got the Blue Tiger, the first game we played with it, he got the last kill in the game. And killed and reloaded, so it turned the gun sideways. And all we heard over the chat was someone go, "Is that a blue Vector?" Like in disgust, because it meant something. It meant that he just spent that time with a Vector.
Yeah, dude.
And it was awesome. Yeah. I love that shit. And like, I feel like
that type of stuff.
Yeah, like Call of Duty World War II, which was, you know, not too long ago, but that was kind of a similar one. Like I went into that game and unlocked the like chrome skins for every gun, which was like you needed to complete every challenge with every gun. And then you got like a chrome skin for the entire thing. And I did it because it was a lot of fun. Like, that way, if I ran around with the chrome skins, it's like that guy fucking used every single weapon, got every challenge with all the snipers, rocket launchers, and everything. Because it was just fucking fun to do, not like hoping I got it out of a box or something.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, that was the thing though, because there was no option, right? Like you had no choice but to get it. And now when it puts it on the pay table, even to go back to that whole thing about the battle pass where people are like, I think casuals, like, no, you can literally pay to get it to the max. And that's, but the one thing I do like that Apex does is to get like the special, like the animated emblem is you have to grind out those last 10 levels by yourself. Like you can pay up to 100, but if you want the animated emblem, you have to grind it out by yourself. So you have to at least grind 10 levels. So that's why I think it's a nice balance where it's like, because there's been times where like I love Apex, I love supporting it mostly because I'm a huge Titanfall fan. My buddy Manny writes on it. I've been playing since Titanfall 1. I played 2. Apex, when it dropped, I texted him immediately because it was that surprise drop. I was like, bro, why didn't you tell me? He was like, it was top secret. But so I always want to support that game, and it's good to see it having its like big heyday now with the new updates. But like because of that, but also there's a million games to play. So like I'll come into the season towards the end and just like buy it up to 100 and grind out that last 10 levels so that I can try and get every season, because I'm definitely a battle pass fiend. I like completing them and getting like the final emblem, that and COD. So which COD you can completely buy out every time. So yeah, I get both sides. Like I like the element of there's like a choice whether you do, but I do think that things that are carved out for, people who have accomplished something, it's great. And I think also for people complain about it, Destiny does so much. Bungie does so much. Like I said, I'm not getting world's first, but I was able to buy this Last Word miniature gun because I grinded it out, and I was able to pay for this to commemorate. And it was, I remember I was streaming. It was like, I was up, I think almost 8-9 hours grinding for this Last Word. And so, and there's like a t-shirt when you beat the campaign. So they give you enough stuff to so you can feel like you get something too. It is, and I think it's one of those things where it is like, people are just like, I want that too. And it's like, well, you put in the work. That's the only way.
Maybe this is a bad thing to wish for, but that's one of the things like I started really envying. There's like certain things I start to like envy with like various games. Like for the longest time, like League of Legends, right? Where I was just like, man, Call of Duty, it's like you get the new COD, you invest in it, you put money into it, you put the grind in for the skins and all that, and then there's another COD, right? Yeah. But then I was like, League is the span of how many years, and you can put all the time and effort, and all that's still there, and your account accumulates all these cool things. And I was like, I want that like in my shooters. I want to be able to invest into it, which is nice because now you got games like Siege that have been going for years and years. But then also I was just like, to piggyback off that, I was like, man, I really want like a MOBA type of shooter. That'd be great. And then Siege gave me that. But maybe I shouldn't be asking for this, but the new thing that I'm envying is what Destiny does, where it's just like you complete the campaign, you have access to a certain like part of the store where you can get something to, kind of like commemorate that, right? Yeah. And like you beat the raid, and then it's like, cool, that means you can get that cool raid jacket that's like, raid varsity jack, I beat the raid. I want that for other games, right? And I want that. Look at what is that?
Yeah.
Raid jack.
Is this raid jack? Is this the... So if you beat the raid, you get access to this stuff so you could purchase it, right? Mm-hmm. Come on, bro. I want that.
Yeah, that's cool. It could be the fucking vulture.
It's funny. So Tyler from Broadcast said that you gotta, if you beat it before December 1st, you have access to buy that. I have heard him talking about this jacket so many times, like before setting up the show, before doing other stuff. Like any instance I'm in a fucking channel with Tyler. He's talking to somebody about this jacket, and it's cool. You know what I mean? Not someone who really again plays Destiny 2 or played it much. Like it's just such a cool perk. Like I had no idea. I never heard about it until he mentioned it. I was like, wait, you get a jacket? He's like, yeah, you can. It's not like you get it, but you get the access to buy the jacket, and it's like. That's cool. The first time he's talking about it, I thought it was in the fucking game. I was like, oh, I guess you get like a skin of a jacket.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they had this whole thing planned. And I'm just like, that's really cool, dude. That's like a really cool thing. Not just like, I don't know, to have like, oh, it's a jacket, but like it's just such like a community driven, like this is my game. You know what I mean? Like me and my friends play this game. There's just like there's so much attached to it, right? Than just like you know, because listen, I'm sure they sell fucking either on brand, off brand. I'm sure they sell Destiny clothes, you know, Destiny jackets. You can just go buy a jacket. But the idea that you have a jacket with like a couple of your friends who are like, oh, remember we grinded all this shit and we did this thing. And then we beat it on November 30th, the day before the, you know, the store locked us out. And we all got the jacket. Like that's cool shit, dude. That is cool shit for like video games.
Yeah.
You know?
I want
like,
more.
I love stuff like that.
I want more of that. In like other games.
No.
Oh.
Well, too bad.
No.
But like think about like if there was cool,
go get fucking go get stepped on. Go get stepped on again by the fire
guys. Well, yeah, that'll happen.
Okay.
It's just adding
dude, even and it's dude, like kind
emblems,
of in a similar vein to what you were saying, but like
so cool.
Even the thing with Fall Guys is it's like my first game in a long time. Maybe Halo 2, maybe Halo 3. And even then it's kind of different. But like it's my first game where I have that thing you're talking about, where it's like I have a catalog of shit and I like it. I like that, you know, I mean, I've sunk so many hours into that game when it first came out. And, you know, like if he was saying other games come out. So you just like, I want to play new games, I want to play other games, but I still love going back to Fall Guys. And like, you know, I don't have like my season 2 play has been nothing compared to my season 1 play. But like I love that I still have all my shit from season 1. If forever, whatever reason we feel like changing our outfits or changing our faces, like I like that our catalog just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I finally have a game where it's like, oh, I played this, you know what I mean? And none of that stuff is really like exclusive because it cycles back around again. But like I got it when I had it, you know, I got it when I had enough kudos to buy every single thing that came out on any day, anything that came out that costed crowns. If I wanted it, I could buy it. Like I didn't buy everything. I have far from every outfit because there's just so much in that game. But it's just like a cool thing where, you know, I mean, shit, we were playing. I could do this in no other game. I guarantee you, no other game. We were playing the other day and you had a fucking skin on and I just copied your skin. I was like, yeah, I'll just be Alfredo. Like I had the same outfit. I had the same pattern. I had the same color. I had the same face. It was the night with like the specific gold pattern. But like, there's no other game on the planet that you play that I could go, I'll just copy Alfredo's character.
I'll look exactly the way you look. And like, in a heartbeat, right? Like it only takes seconds to mimic that look.
Yeah, really I came back and I went, yeah, this looks pretty good. I'll be this. And like you were already that same guy. And you're like, okay. Come on.
I know.
Well, too, the cool thing too.
The cool thing is that first bell, ring a ding ding. It's time to sing the praises to our first members. Hey, thanks for watching. This is a pre-recorded episode, as I mentioned briefly in the beginning, and then we never brought it up again.
Right.
But this is, I said it's a special episode because it's 10:30 in the morning. That's actually not why it's special. It's because it's the week of Thanksgiving. But if we're watching on Turkey Day, as they call it, if that's something you celebrate, or if you're just watching in general because it's just another Thursday to you, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. And, you know, we wouldn't be able to do all these live streams and all the crazy stuff that we get to do without you first members. So thank you for supporting the stream and more. You know, I don't got to tell you about First, you know, tons of new shows, all kinds of things you can watch, First exclusive store discounts, this and that. But really, it's just thanks for watching. You know?
Nice.
That's it.
We appreciate you. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, it just, you know, it's a love bell, you know?
Ooh, a little love bell. Dude,
a little love bell.
This is the first Thanksgiving where I'm actually like cooking something. I feel like every Thanksgiving I've just gone to a family member's house and they make the dinner and everything. So Kat's parents are joining us. So it's just the four of us. But even still, and Kat's like, you don't need to like really do much and stuff like. I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. It's your parents. Like, I gotta make sure.
Yeah. Make sure they know you can provide for her.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Yeah. Well, I hope they 15 years later.
They know that's okay.
Hey,
No, they're like,
Don't worry about that.
we don't know about this guy.
Right.
You seen his bald head?
I'm like, listen, I still got stuff to prove. I know that they might not think that, you might not think that, but I do. I do.
We did that 2 years ago, I think, was the first Thanksgiving that like Lindsay and I, like, we had at our house, and we had her family come and we cooked everything. By we, mostly her. She cooked like a turkey for the first time, and it was like it was like, oh shit, it was just like so much work of like getting everything and set everything up and try not to fuck up, because turkey takes you fuck up a turkey, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, it takes forever.
So long.
Yeah.
It takes forever. But it was great. It's like, we did it. It's like, we had it, blah, blah, blah. And then next year they're like, you want us to do it again? We're like, oh yeah, you can do it. That's fine. Yes. We've done it one time. And that was it. And it's like, it was like,
we'll do it again in another decade.
We can. Just so you know. Oh, you want to do it? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, please.
That's cool.
Bring a pie or some shit.
Last year, I had friends over. I did a Friendsgiving and cooked. And I look, I'm not gonna pat myself on the back, but I killed the turkey game. I know how to bake up a turkey.
Shit.
And I'm gonna tell you my secret. I follow a recipe I found in Food Network magazine like 5 years ago.
Okay, so there's also like hundreds of thousands of people also killing that game as well. I thought it was gonna be some like chill.
Let me tell you my secret
or something like that.
I found a secret recipe in a local shop. It was a Food Network magazine.
Little mom pop shop called Food Network.
Well, it's technically still a little bit of my own flavor, because it was like build your own turkey, and so they had like a path where it's like, okay, you can brine it these 3 ways, and then for the next step you can use these 3 types of butters, and for the next step you can baste it this. So like I use like a special herb butter that I make. By special I mean it definitely is the one listed in the magazine. And you like rub it like under the skin of the turkey, and then on top of the skin, and get that thing roasting, dude. And then and then get some stuffing. I like some stuffing with some apples in it. And I stuff that bird, put it in, and just wait patiently. And that's the thing too. You said it earlier, but yeah, the thing that sucks about turkey is it does take forever, and if you fuck it up, you wasted your whole day.
Oh yeah, and you not only wasted the whole day, but you're like, shit, what are we eating?
Yeah.
That's usually like you have like a backup ham.
Yeah.
Because that's it. Then it's like, who wants sides? You know what I mean? It's kind of like the main course. You don't want to screw that up.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm gonna have to forego because I'm back on the keto train. Like we said, we're getting back to slim thick, which means I'm missing out on the sweet, with the sweet yams, with the baked mac and cheese. Your boy gonna have the collard greens.
I feel you.
And the greens, all of that. It's so much.
I just had a single quarter pounder yesterday.
This guy,
look, it starts somewhere.
See, here's the thing.
I'm getting back into it. No pickles, no onions. So
you just wrap it in lettuce. Cut
Get rid of the veggies. Get rid of those veggies.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's all this is like a play into. I'm not working out a ton, but like I've just started again fairly recently. So after I drop a couple of pounds, then you cut all this off, you trim it down really short, and everyone goes, oh wow, did you lose a lot of weight? It's like they don't realize that it's just this. You get rid of this and you look you look so thin comparatively.
Dude, Jeremy's like a chinchilla, you know what I mean? You see a chinchilla, he's like, oh man, look at that fluff ball, and then you go to grab it and it's all fluff.
It also keeps me very warm. It keeps, like, when I'm outside right now and it gets cold, like it's especially at night, it's down in the like 30s and stuff, like it gets so cold outside, and whenever I'm out there with Kat's like freezing and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm nice and toasty. It's
Yeah,
great.
my cheeks are warm as hell, baby.
Yeah, I got a warm face.
Yeah.
You gotta cover this though.
Ooh.
You gotta really have a hat on because when you're bald and it rains,
It's all gone. It just goes.
like you have hair is a natural umbrella. If it rains and you're bald, it's just cold. It's just coldness on skin.
Yeah. I used to have a buzz cut back in the day, and I was like, it's cold. Then I started wearing hats.
Ooh. Yeah, I love a hat. I love a hat. It's good too when you need that rebraid, because I'm definitely hitting rebraid territory. I think right now you really can't tell. There's like a lot of fuzziness.
I'm seeing
but
it.
also, the thing about getting it braided back like this is like I get like when it's done, I get like this like my friend called it black man's Botox, because really I'm like way up here, and I'm like it's so much like you really need like 3 days for your face to reset, because I'm like, damn, has my forehead always been this huge? And it's like, oh no, it's just back a bit. But I do pretty much have a pretty huge forehead. All right, well, that's 4. Sometimes people got a 5 head. Some people got a 5 head. If you could put all 5,
Well, I think I'm up there with 4. I got it.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Mine doesn't
4 is
stop.
fine. I could do 4. I can't fit 5.
yeah.
Jeremy doesn't even know.
Where's the forehead?
Multiple.
Where is it? Yeah.
He's got.
Jeremy, have you ever thought about like, because you do have hair, so have you ever thought about growing it out and getting a cul-de-sac?
I've really tried growing out, dude. I did. It's what it is. It's what it is. I've tried growing it out. There's so many times that I go like, all right, I'm just gonna let it grow out, because like eventually it'll grow out long enough where like just by combing it, you won't really see the thin spots. But but I have to get to that point.
Oh yeah.
And the route between A and B is a real windy one of self-confidence, because when it's like kind of long and so it's actually causing shade on my head, there are just 2 circles right here that there's nothing going on. And it looks absurd. And like I'm just like, do I wear a hat and it takes forever to grow out. I'm like, do I wear a hat for like 2 months and 2-3 months and hope that when I take it off there's enough hair that I can like fuck with it and be like,
I'm gonna tell you right now,
that's the beard situation with me. It's the same thing, and there's no like now it's like I'll just wear a mask, but like other than that there's nothing. This is it, and people are like, that looks terrible, and you go, I'm just waiting.
Well, that's like that's like dreadlocks, because dreadlocks, it's always hard because you have what's called the ugly phase when it's twisted but it's not locking yet, so it just looks real weird. It's not, and so I had dreadlocks like 2 years ago at this point, but before my first attempt, I just hated that like ugly stage where I was like it looks like weird twisties on my head. I don't like, but when it locks up. Damn, that shit looks hard. So we'll see. You'll see it, because I think after I am done with whatever this hair journey is, I'm gonna go back to dreadlocks. So you'll see the ugly face.
Damn. And you'd think that like now would be the time with quarantine, right? But not for us, because we're on a camera like every other day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we still look like assholes.
It's documented. You can just see it.
But the thing about that, and the only reason I grew my hair out as much as I did, was because I was like, yeah, but like this is different to me than the real world. I look like an asshole all the time. A lot of what we do is stupid. Like Jeremy. It's hair aside, Jeremy was like, I'm gonna put a bunch of sour balls in my mouth and melt my mouth like for a video. Like you did that, right?
Yeah, I did.
And that's like, wow, you look at that, it's like, hey, we got a video though. But imagine watching a guy do that for no reason outside
with no hair, with thin hair.
What are you fucking doing that for? And that was like the weird thing where it's like, yeah, now I can try and grow my facial hair out in quarantine. It's like, but we're in video. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not leaving my house. So
yeah.
So it's a weird mindset.
See, and I would
well,
go
you know
for
what?
it
You know what
again.
isn't weird?
What? It's not weird.
Well, because Tyler said we got to wrap up in 25 minutes.
Okay.
I should mention the merch shout out.
Oh yeah, that's not weird.
That's not weird at all.
We launched it this week. The new Achieve You Can Do Better collection. Be sure to check it out. And if you're watching live, if you're watching this on Thursday, it's not live, but airing live, the 26th, you have until today to buy two get one free in the Rooster Teeth store. So if it's after the 26th,
Look at that man.
look at that. Look at that photo. Look at that.
Oh, dude, it's like Jared
You
Leto's
can do
Joker.
better.
He's losing his mind. All these great deals.
Ooh, yeah.
Whoa.
You can't control.
Look at that hair. That's nothing too. That's like I just showered, like shampooed, so it hasn't poofed yet.
Yeah.
If in like another hour, it's twice that volume, maybe 2.5 times.
There it is.
Yeah.
Man, you were quick on that. You were quick on that joke.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
Good word.
You nailed it. I
mean, who wore it better?
Right. You know,
Who can do better?
Well, now it's up to the subreddit to now Photoshop all those tattoos on you.
damaged right
To
across
your
the head.
hairspring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather they Photoshop them than me get them.
Yeah. No, I think we all.
I'll leave that in your capable hands.
I forget what video it was in, or even if it was a video, it might have just been us talking in Discord for
Probably
no
never
reason.
happened.
It happened. Where I was talking about
Okay.
like when the vaccine comes out and I get it, I want to get a tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
that says vaccinated.
I overheard this. I think it was either like Abu or was it Chit and Chat? Because I wasn't there, but I heard you talking about
Yeah,
it.
I did too.
It might
It was
be
in Discord
Chit and
working. I
Chat.
think it was Chin Chat. Like
Yeah.
Yesterday's Chin Chat too, I think.
I think that'd be really. I want a little
It'd be good
circle
to
around
know,
wherever I
right?
got the vaccine. Like
You
if
just
they
want
put
to
it
walk
here or
around and
whatever,
go
just
like, I'm good. Just don't worry.
right,
I'm
and
good.
just like I could get it like here, like if they give me the vaccine in the arm, like a flu shot or whatever, like get a little circle around where it was, and then an arrow and a dotted line, and it just says I'm good.
Yeah,
And,
well,
like
I
people
feel
will be like, I don't know
uh,
what that means, and I'll go, well, I'm not gonna explain it to you. I'm not your teacher.
Like I feel like you would inadvertently start a new conspiracy theory. It was like they force you to get tattoos. See, we knew they will tattoo
I'm gonna get a
you.
barcode.
I thought the microchip was bad enough. Now we're talking about tattoos.
Yeah, dude.
Can we chill out?
Yeah, and it's only for bands like 311 and Fish. That's the tattoos you're forced to get. So you know. You gotta do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want that vaccine? Because if so,
Yeah.
some 41.
You gotta get
right
that.
on your-
Some
That's
41.
fine.
You gotta get it.
I often get compared to the lead singer of Sum 41. So
Oh,
that's fine.
really?
I'll just change my
Oh,
hair.
yeah?
We have a similar-ish face and head.
Yeah, well, let's see. I'm sure Tyler's gonna be faster than
Get
me,
it.
but I'm
on it
get
as well. Yeah, I'm taking a
Okay.
look here.
Seeds.
Interesting. You know what,
Yeah,
Michael? It's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. There's like elements. There's flavor.
There's elements. It's
Yeah.
just something, I mean, I'm sure,
I can
everyone
see
here
it.
knows you don't go about this in your normal life. People just insist this upon you. So there was a
Yeah.
good phase where I was blasting
Oh.
a picture of that guy.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
there's
And I went like, yeah, I could see it a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, back
We're white.
back before I lost them, and I would wear it. There, nice. Hey, all right. There's flavors. There's essence.
You see the elements.
I used
Yeah.
to wear aviators like every day.
I
Goes
could
on
do the
Vivo.
hair.
You can do the
Could
hair.
do that.
That'd be cool. You should do that. Back when I
No.
used to wear like aviators every single day before I lost them and everything, but like I
you couldn't just get another.
no,
What
I
does that
could,
mean?
but like
Yeah,
I had ones that
I don't
fit
want to talk
so
about it.
well. I had ones. What ended up happening is I had ones that fit so well, and they were from a sponsor of ours. And I like kept talking to Kent, like, "Hey, are they doing it again? Can we get the thing?" And it ended up being this huge back and forth of like, "Yeah, we'll get them." And so I didn't want to buy some because I knew some were coming, and it was like a whole. And so I just ended up not doing it because then I didn't go outside. So I was like, "Why do I need to buy sunglasses? I'm not going outside. What's the damn point?" But like when I wore those like every single day, I would get the lead singer from Sabaton sent to me, goddamn constantly, because he wears aviators. I think he has a mohawk, but he's bald. And for a bit, I had that biker. I don't know what the actual name of where I shaved my chin. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I shaved my chin, and so it was just the facial hair on the sides, and it was like my entire feed for a while. I don't know if they released like a new album or something. It was constant, dude. Like I just only got images of him sent to me, and people were like, there he is, because I put the
Bald
aviators
head,
on.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I mean, bald head, facial hair. People are like,
With
Yeah.
that, with that exact facial hair. You
Yeah, but
had.
you also have a
white,
similar head
also
shape.
white guy.
yeah,
shape,
it's the
you
head
know?
shape. Yeah, because people don't
Yeah.
send me Stone Cold all the time. They're like, look, I'm
Yeah.
Stone Cold. It's like there was something about the aviators and the head shape, all just worked out really well. I gotta
Like we were
order
saying,
sunglasses.
you need to have the head shape to be bald. You
God
know?
damn
You're
it!
gonna have to get that vaccine. You're gonna go outside again. It's gonna be too
Yeah.
bright.
Yeah.
Too bright, man.
You're
There's
getting
too much going on.
getting your little eyes burned up.
Ouch. My retinas.
my eyes.
My retinas. They hurt.
My retinas.
Oh, jeez.
So, Fredo, what do you? Where are we looking next, sir? J.C. Penney or?
Dude, I'm Walmart.
What's the next hit? Well, I mean, Walmart tomorrow.
So
Can't wait to get slapped around there.
Really?
Yep.
Walmart is
Another-
talking about
Walmart
having it
tomorrow, 8 p.m.
Yeah, they're
Central.
getting it in stock. Oh, that's the problem. They proclaim it. They're like,
Yeah.
tomorrow, 8 p.m. Hear ye! We will have 3 PlayStation 5s available. And every
I know.
fucker, every bot, every
Dude, it's the
cretin
bots,
crawls
man.
out.
You're
there's
so
there's
I was going to
that-
say, you're so right, because here's the thing. I'm a sneakerhead, and back before all of that, when I was trying to get some Yeezys, it was so hard to get it. And the one time I was able to successfully snag a pair of Yeezys was, for some reason, to whatever genius in marketing did this. Let me know who you are. I'm going to give you a hug. Decided to just silently release it at midnight. So they didn't send anything. And then if you check the site, you were there, because then an hour later they sent emails out, and since it was midnight, and at this point that's never been done. It was always released in the morning the next day. So the shoes were available till 6 a.m. with no one touching it. It was how I got my Wave Runners, and I only knew because I was about to go to sleep, and my brother texted me and was like, and he was like, they're live, and so I bought them.
he texted the stammering.
Yeah. He
was like,
used a lot. and I was like, how did you even know to check? And he was like, well, I was opening my window to go to sleep because there's a countdown clock. So he was having it open so he can wake up and have it. And then he just noticed that they were in stock. And I was like, that's how they should be doing PS5s, is instead of being like, hello, resellers, just so you know that we will be releasing it. Don't use no bots, please.
Yeah, that's how in a way that's how I got my Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So we were lucky enough we got sent Series X's from Microsoft, but this was we didn't know that. I'm not going to assume that, so I pre-ordered it when I missed the big waves of pre-orders when they came out, and so I was trying to get it, and it was a day where a bunch of stores went on sale, and I missed all of them. Same thing, bots or just the website's crashing or whatever. And the only reason I managed to get one is closing browsers, kind of in the similar thing with Kohl's. I just had the thing open and it was let me just check or whatever. Amazon just put it up an hour and a half later than they were supposed to. They were just coming at noon, and at noon I'm checking all the websites. No, they're all out at Walmart, they're all out at Target. By the time I finished, it was 1 o'clock. Wasteland. I went back to Amazon, and it was just kind of did they ever go up, or did they sell out? And so I kind of hung around there, just looking at it, saw it pop up, ordered it, no problem, got it. And it's only because it was later than the time they proclaimed, by a good margin, where people with bots or whatever had already left or just weren't checking because all the other websites were out.
Yeah.
And so I'm just there's a lot of social media accounts that are watchdogs for, when the things go on sale. And most of them are they just take the advertisements from the companies themselves. Again, GameStop will announce, hey, we're going to have it at this time. So then they take that and they post it and let everybody know. And it's really useful, but most of those accounts are generally tech or electronic or video game and movie accounts. So they do it with everything, right?
Yeah.
So it's useful 99% of the time because you might say, oh shit, that movie's on sale for $6 on Blu-ray. Yeah, I'll go buy it. There's not 40 million fucking people trying to buy that Blu-ray, you know? It's just like, hey, if you want this game, it's 90% off right now. And so that's what a lot of them post. So even that, like I won't follow and get alerted by those accounts because they tweet 150 times a day and I just want a PS5. But then also it's like the PS5 comes out and I'm like, shh, stop telling everybody. Stop telling them. I want to get it. And so it's just like, it's so hard to get one of those, you know, like releases. And I'm just like crossing my fingers. Like I check Amazon all the time, just hoping that same thing happens. Or I'm like, maybe they just put up 10 and don't tell anybody. Maybe they just, I don't know, sell it like a product. But it's just always, it's literally the equivalent of, you know, standing in line in the brick and mortar and just people, you know, trampling each other. It's just on the internet. It's just me clicking at my desk for an hour and a half going, let me open another browser. And I have 4 tabs open and I'm like hitting F5 on all of them. Cause I'm like, okay, this bundle, let me refresh this one. All right, let me check over at Target. And it's just like so mentally exhausting. And I'm like, oh, this sucks. This is just stupid.
I've experienced that a lot with a lot of things that I've been like looking to get recently, like the Elgato like master mount, so that way I can put my camera on just like a single mount that clamps onto my desk. And they released that at like midnight. And they've been doing that with a lot of like the 3080s as well. But the way I was able to get, you know, 3080 for myself, for Michael, and now Jackie is there's a lot of discords that are specific for these types of things. So for example, I'm in a discord for the new GPUs and the new CPUs from like AMD, NVIDIA, whatnot. And from there you go in and they have it all set up and organized. You click on like, you know, whichever one you want. It'll register notifications on your phone. And then those discords have bots that like scour and look for when things go up. So what was it, like last week or a couple weeks ago, got into it. And then from there, I just kept getting pings like, you know, like right away, like boom, 3080 went up on this site. And I just went over and was like, nope. All right. And I'd get those pings like 6 times a day and then just keep going for it. And then, you know, eventually you kind of just hit them instead of like sitting there going, I wonder, or like trying to get those Walmart ones where just like everyone at this time we will get them. I just get pinged like throughout the day and just went, oh, okay, I'll add that one. Okay, cool, I got that one. And so that's how I've been doing it.
That's how I got my Oculus Rift and how I'm hunting down my 3090 because they're pretty great. There's one that's a website that'll send you a text, which is nice because you'll just click the link via text and just get after it. So yeah, there are ways that I will share with you.
I'm over here going, me want game.
There are ways I will share with you. I saw something in Food Network magazine.
I'll tell you this though, Alfredo. Speaking of 3080s, just what just got dropped off at my house.
Ooh. No, did it? The monitor? Did it?
It's real.
All right, so let me tell you guys a little something.
All right, take us on a journey.
Tell us the tale.
I'm a big tech junkie, right?
Yeah.
And that's all I do. When I go to sleep to the sound of benchmark tests and stuff like that. I've been doing that for the past like month because the new GPUs and CPUs are out. That's me. I had a phone call, a Discord like video call with Tim Geddes, and we're talking and catching up with things at Achievement Hunter. He's catching me up with things that like kind of funny. We're catching up with life, and then we went okay because we're both tech junkies and we've known each other for 15 years. We go okay. Let's break down the new tech. I'm like, all right, cool. I got this new chair coming in. I got this 3080 from this brand, and then he goes, okay, what? I go, okay, what you got? He goes, I got a new monitor. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Is it the Samsung G9? And he was like, this is why we're best friends. And it is. And it's like this it's this monitor literally like curved like this fucking wide and this big.
It's 49 inches?
49, yeah. It's like 49 inches. It's like fucking huge. And
God.
the next night, Michael and I are playing. We're talking about like 3080s and stuff like that. Because, you know, I got mine. I installed it. He's got his. That's going to be installed. And it was just like, I was like, dude, Michael got these 3080s. And I was just like, the new sweet spot, man. There's only a couple monitors out there. The new sweet spot is 1440p resolution and 240 hertz refresh rate. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, Samsung G7, dog. Like the Samsung G7, that's where it's at. And he looks it up and he goes, oh, this is nice. I'm like, yeah. He goes, what's this G9? I was like, trust me, you don't want the G9. He was like, well, hold on. That's a higher number. Why don't I want it?
True.
And then he clicks on it and then he sees this big wide fucking monitor and he's like, you're right, I don't want it. And I was like, okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about this G7. And he's like, he was like, how much is it? I was like, $700. He's like, well, it says $150 off right here. And I'm like, what? And I was like, I don't know if I could do it because it's like the sweet spot. 2K res, 2K res, 240 hertz, and I was like, it's curved though. It's got a harsh curve, so I was like, I don't know if I can commit to the curve, especially for like comp games. And he was like, I already committed to the curve. I ordered one, and I was like, damn it. And then the next day, this son of a bitch, I was like, I don't know if I can commit to the curve, and that's how I ended the night. This son of a bitch the next day. Look how wide that monitor is.
Huge, Jesus,
huge. The next day, this son of a bitch sends me a text message and goes, they have it at Walmart. Sends me the link to the monitor at Walmart.
That's one better than Discord.
And then obviously I clicked at it just to look at it. And then I just replied back and I was like, it has 2-day shipping. It'll be here in 2 days. And so that's where that was left off. And then the next day, Gavin sends both Michael and I a text.
Well, I'll tell you, like, I don't know when you found out about it. It was the same morning.
Yeah, it was the morning.
You that picture of like, I sent you the link. I was like, here, G7, We talked the previous night. Completely unrelated. Didn't talk to him, didn't do anything.
Nothing.
Gavin goes, look at my new monitor. Sends me a picture of the fucking G9. I was like, of course you would get that. Because that's where I'm like, I wasn't like that. I was like, that looks ridiculous. And it's just like you just saw a picture of it there, but seeing it on a desk is fucking insane.
It's as wide as your arm.
I love that both of y'all were like, no, we're not into it. And Gavin's like, it's gamer time.
I mean, it makes sense. It's not even just gamer time.
It's not even that.
It's like editing time,
Yeah.
like slow-mo stuff. Like, and he'll have honestly a lot more use for it.
Yeah.
But like it hits that like, where like I like having like the like Alfredo's got me into like the fast GPU and like, the graphics card and like what's the best refresh rate. And I'm like, okay, like optimize, because we have the 3080 and it's like, well, I want to use it. You know what I mean? Like my monitor, I haven't upgraded any of my stuff. So my monitor's 3 years old. And I'm like, okay, I can like move that to a secondary monitor. I could upgrade to a new monitor. I'm upgrading to the new graphics card. That makes sense. But like, to me, Gavin is the ultimate, just like, look at it. It's a marvel of science. Like he's a junkie on a different level. He's like, where I wouldn't call him a tech junkie. He's like a pixel junkie. He's like an eyeball junkie.
Yeah.
Like,
and the thing is just
that guy is like IMAX. All
he's
that
sitting in
and
that
you sit
chair
there and
like
you go, who is this monitor for? Right. And then you see that Tim Geddes and Gavin Free bought it, and you go, those guys. One guy that's just like, look at how insane this is, and then Tim Geddes is just like, this is hype as fuck, dude. This is fucking hype, bro. And I'm just like, of course these two have this monitor.
Yeah. I just imagine Gavin like using it like the Maxwell man. You remember the Maxwell man who would? Do y'all remember that ad? Like it was for Maxwell cassettes, and he would go and he'd put the cassette in the boombox, and then he'd sit back, and the music would blow him back.
Oh, that's a Gavin move.
Yeah. I was saying, wait.
But it was just like,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He sent a picture of using it. So as a dual monitor, it's incredible because it's essentially, like a lot of setups like for work and if you're streaming or whatever, like we do, like you need 2 monitors minimum. You have to have 2 monitors. And for that, it's kind of great because no matter how close your monitors are, you're always like, okay, here's my main. And then you're looking at your other one, you're kind of like doing this. And so to have 2, right, like it literally splits the line right in the middle. You could just get 2 1440p monitors that are both like 25 inches kind of like it's great, it's awesome. But then he's like, and this is me playing a video game, and it's like, what the fuck? And like it's like wrapping around you, you know what I mean? And I'm like, it's just so bizarre looking.
Oh, I love it though. You know, he's in the game. He's not turning his mouse because he could just turn his head. And
Yeah.
get the
He
view.
did say though, he's like, if I wanted to do something, like if I had a window up on the far right side, I have to like click it and then go all the way to the other side. Like,
What did he
it's
what did he say?
much.
What did he say too though? You were like, why would you want to do that? And he said something like, I don't know. I think it's funny or something like that. And that's where Gavin lives. Like that's his head. He had some sort of like, there was no like, well, hang on, let me explain it to you. It makes sense. He was just kind of like, yeah, it's silly.
It's quite a curve.
It's like,
quite a
that's
curve.
Look at that fucking thing.
So why explain it?
He
Wow.
did say that, like,
Oh my gosh,
he said
that's so
years from
tough.
now when the technology advances and there's a much better monitor, he'll use it as a rock. He'll use this one as a rocking chair.
He did say that. Yeah.
Well, like, because the thing is with video games, a lot of video games in the way that they're programmed is like the player has a cone of vision, and then when stuff goes outside of that cone of vision, they usually drop the graphics on it, or like, you know, they lower the quality of it so that the game can just render what's in that cone of vision and doesn't have to like worry about. There's a lot of games that do that, that constantly like unrender things behind you so that it can just focus on what's in front of you. But when you have like a view that
You
wide,
can't, when you start screaming at the game, you can't escape me.
right? Like when you basically have a full view of the entire room,
It's like,
like,
like a 180, dude.
there must be some games that go like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I wonder if there are some games that the edges start to kind of unrender a little bit or like drop in quality because the game's like, listen, are you really looking at this? Like if it's on the edge of your screen and your peripheral and you're really like focusing on that.
Just can't imagine going,
God. Like what's that? What's that? Is this
Oh,
on the other side of the room? Oh, okay,
again,
it's over there. Yeah.
dude.
It's no G9, but I'll let you know today.
Yeah, tell me how it is.
Ooh.
It was
Yeah.
really good. I mean, I don't know.
Here was
I don't
the
know if I can
insane thing. So
justify
I've
it.
got
Let's see.
a 27-inch, which is again according to Alfredo the sweet spot for like PC monitors. And so this
Not for
one I
comp,
got
that's 24.
for yes. I'm not doing comp. I'm doing fun times, play fun times. But there's a 27 and a 32 option for the G7. So I got the 27.
Man,
I don't physically have the space for a 32, right? Like I'm at capacity here on my desk. But what I was already explaining to Alfredo, I was like, yeah, but it's curved. So if I get it and the curve cuts in enough where I have more space,
Madman.
maybe I get that 32. We don't know. I gotta see it in place first. You know what I mean? Because that 32 with that curve, the 32 might be looking like a 27.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then guess what? Lindsay gets a 27. And I'm like running all this by her because I just like built her setup. I just bought everything. And I was like, okay, here are the options. And I'm like, I buy this monitor. This one gets, like Alfredo said, it goes down the line. I'm like,
Yeah.
now I can push it down the line. I can give you the secondary monitor I have now, or I can give you my primary monitor. I keep my secondary monitor just fine. And then I just use the new one. Or if I end up getting a 32, I leave everything. I give you the 27 that I already bought, or I just send the 27 back. What are you thinking? And she was just like, I don't care. I don't care about any of it. I like my computer. It's fine. And I was like, I'll decide
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
interesting.
That was like me with Jackie because I'm building her a computer. I'm like, all right, we're gonna wait till this day because I gotta get you the Ryzen 5900X. Then we're gonna wait till this day because I gotta get you the 3080, like the EVGA or the Aces. And then she's like, I want an all white build. I want it all to be white. I was like, okay, yes,
you
no,
did keep
it
saying that.
it will be. Yes, it's gonna be an all white build. Like it'll be a hint of black, so most likely a stormtrooper build. But like that's not the point right now. I'm talking about like how much power we're gonna push out of this beast. This thing is gonna be insane.
We'll play with Jackie and just the way it's designed of like how her stuff is. And especially because you guys are in a new space.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, my audio is a little like echoey because the mic's too far and the room's not filled yet, and this, that, and whatever. And it's like, but then you'll come in and go, yeah, I told you, like, I can just buy you an arm and then it'll sound way better, even without doing anything else. And she goes, yeah, but it's so cute now. It's so cute. She just kept saying that. And it's like, yeah, but logistically, it's like, yeah, but that won't be cute. All right. Well, if that's what you want.
Yeah, I was like, look, like years ago, I was like, we got to get this desk because you can clamp stuff onto it because I know you want to play games and you want to talk and you want to sound good. She's like, yeah, but that desk has mirrors on it. And I was like, you can't clamp anything to that desk. So now her mic is on like the little tripod stand that comes with like, it's the Audio Technica AT2020 USB. So it comes like this little itty bitty little like tripod stand. She has it on that next to her keyboard, and I'm just like,
so the mic is the mic is like,
oh yeah, dude. When she types an email, it's like codes are being entered into the launch sequence.
Dude, yeah, something funny will happen for Fall Guys, and then we'll just hear, and then when you go, she's tweeting it, she's tweeting it.
Yeah, you go what? Or like all of a sudden you just hear, and I'll go, hey, who is that? All right, well, being shoved off here. Yep, that's the stand. It's functional,
so tiny,
but like it's so far away and so close to the keyboard.
It is.
Yeah.
This was good though. This was a gamer heavy episode. We're gamers.
Oh yeah,
we're ultimate gamers.
We're not casual no more.
Yeah.
Great.
We're not G9 gamers, but we're gamers.
I don't know that G9s are gamers. They're pioneers.
It's a whole new breed.
Pioneers.
This was good though. Tune in next week when we'll have another show with different humans.
Yeah.
Again, happy holidays.
Enjoy
or just enjoy some time off.
Yeah.
Doing nothing.
Whatever works for you. Stay in and stay safe.
Iffy, thanks for being on. Appreciate it. It's good to have you. Sorry you had to get up so early. Well, you were up. You were up.
Yeah, you know.
That worked
working out.
Wow.
That was it. That was it. It was like pump, fire in, and then deflate the rest of the day.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Come in nice and buffed up, and then now I'm just gonna be.
This is a little snapshot. This will buy you a couple of like weeks of tweets and be like, yo, he's jacked again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making thirst traps. It's gonna and still attach Fredo's head to it. He's gonna be.
What?
Yeah. Well, it's like when you do something after working out. You gotta like scratch the back of your head a lot. It's like,
you're like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I was thinking the other day. Yeah. Oh man, I'm tired. Oh shit. Knocked my headphone off. All right, well, we're gonna get out of here. Bye everybody.